Hey, what's up, guys? Alan here with EatSleepTrade.net. If you guys have been following the market lately, then you know that we've had a decent sell-off for the last week and a half on the SPY and the overall market. So right now we're going to talk a little bit about the SPY and go over a couple stocks that I believe have potential for a couple of swing plays coming into next week. So sit tight, we'll be back in just a second and we'll go over this. Alright guys, welcome back. The first thing I want to talk about is the SPY, obviously. And if you guys remember a few weeks back, we were watching this area right here and decided if we can get a close above this 200, 201 area of resistance that we could possibly continue higher and make our way back up to these prior highs. As you see, that pretty close to happened over the next few weeks there, and ending out last week, we've been back into another sell-off and probably some more panic as we failed to put in new highs. So just kind of going to be watching everything going into the next week. The sectors again are weak, like you would expect them to look after that kind of a sell-off. A lot of the markets are back to negative from the beginning of the year in where they started. So that alone could drive panic and more sell-off. But ideally, we'll be watching that 200 area, 201 area, and as well as what's going to end up being around the 50-day to see if we hold any support and put in a higher low and start to reverse. After a big ramp like this, I mean, that was pretty straight up for 3 or 4 weeks. You expect some kind of pullback, and to that $200 area support would be a good place for that pullback to start to reverse and possibly head back up. So that's the first thing that we will be keeping an eye on. A couple other of interesting plays. The first one here is FOLD. Nice flag setup here. Had a big sell-off, huge gap down, but after this gap down, has really tried to fight its way back up, and could definitely hold or move back up to fill in that gap and get back up to this 1250 area after we see a nice little break on a flag here. So going to watch that into next week to see if we see any type of strength continuation, and a move back above the 50-day may give us an opportunity to get in on a trade and see if we make it back up to this 1250 area on that gap fill. Another one that looks pretty interesting is BBG. Overall, you could see the chart's been trending down, but looks like it might have possibly found a bottom here. Key is going to be getting above and closing above this 650 area. If we do get above that, we've got good volume, and that could give us an opportunity to come back and continue this uptrend that we've started and put some new highs in. So we're putting higher lows in, and that's what we want to see. So now we need to see this resistance break, a trend continue, and hopefully put some new highs in. Next up on the list, let's take a look at TAHO. And idea here, we got a multi-bottom at this support around 735, 740, as well as a multi-top here around 985 to 990, and kind of a good stock to trade in this channel. You can see a decent volume day and just had a big push above the 20 and 50 moving averages. So we're going to watch this for any type of continuation, possibly another move like this one here, back up to that 980 area, and just try to get a channel play on that. This setup right here is fairly similar to the setup we played on BLDR. Right here, you could see the stock was trending down. We traded this channel, ended up selling out right here before this happened. So just to give you an idea of what can happen. You're trending down, you get into a channel consolidating, put in a multi-bottom, multi-top, and then you get a breakout to one side or the other. That is usually potentially pretty strong. So I'm going to watch this, see if we head back up to that 987 area, and maybe see if we can get some type of breakout on that. And that is really all I've seen this week when doing the scans. I'm going to pull FinViz over here real quick, and you guys can see the sector performance 1 day to 3 month, or 1 week to 6 month. It's not looking good. Even the 1 year performance is looking pretty shady. As I said, most of the markets have dipped back below where they started at the beginning of the year, so are red for the overall year, and we're in November. So pretty interesting. I wouldn't expect too much strength, and keep an eye on these couple of plays and see what happens. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos. Also, check out the website eatsleeptrade.net. From there, you can follow us on Twitter as well as like our Facebook page to stay up to date on all the stocks that we're watching and trading. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.